Announcer bot is active. Barsi from Romania in first corner is P1, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Potato in first corner is P2, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Minced beef from Italy is P3, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Barsi is first. Potato in 200R is P-2. Barsi in 130R is P1. Eight Kurd is third, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Potato is third. Barsi is first. Eight Kurd in snake is P2. "40 minutes remaining in the session. Barsi from Romania is P2. Zero to Hero from England is fourth, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Potato in Dunlop is P2. Zero to Hero from England in Dunlop is third. Minced beef in snake is P-4. Potato in backstretch is P2, driving a GT-R. Barcy in Dunlop is P5. Potato is 6th. Lasses from Latvia in anti-banked curve is P3, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Zero to Hero in Snake is 6th. Minced beef is P1. Potato is P1 ... A curd in backstretch is 2nd. Zero to Hero in backstretch is 3rd. Lockheed's is P6. Zero to Hero is P5. "35 minutes remaining in the session." Minced beef in backstretch is P2. Lasses is P4, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Eight curd in Dunlop is 5th. Barcy in Snake is P2. Best lap is a 2:04.793. Zero to Hero in backstretch is P4. Potato is P1. Best lap is a 2:03.720. Eight curd in backstretch is 3rd. 0 to hero in anti-banked curve is 7th. Eight curd is P7. Potato is P/1. Minced beef in first corner is P3, driving an AMG. Best lap is a 2:17.870. Potato in Casio triangle is first. Barcy in hairpin is second. Best lap is a 2:04.733. Latz's in hairpin is P5. Minced beef is third. ... Eight curd in backstretch is fourth, driving a 488. Potato is P1. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Barcy in snake is second, driving an AMG GT3. Lassiz is P10. Eight curd in snake is eighth. Mohammed Al-Sharawi from United Arab Emirates in backstretch is P5, driving a BMW Z4. Yosarian from Croatia in Degner 1 is P7, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Potato is first. Mohammed Al-Sharawi is eighth, driving a BMW Z4. Koptowiec from Poland is P6, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Yossarian in first corner is 10th. Potato is first, I. Soup in Degner 1 is 9th, driving a BMW Z4. Koptowiec in first corner is 3rd. Best lap is a 2:09.252. Yossarian in spoon curve is P7. Koptowiec in Degner 2 is 3rd. Potato in backstretch is P1. Zero to Hero is P7 on mediums, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Potato in first corner is first. Best lap is a 2:01.994. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Lassies is P6. Soup in hairpin is 8th. Potato is first, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Zero in Dunlop is 11th, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Koptowiec in hairpin is 3rd. Best lap is a 2:07.161. Zero is P9, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Soup in anti-bank curve is 3rd. Best lap is a 2:04.065. Biskuptoviec in last curve is fourth. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom is 8th driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Yossarian in 200R is P9 driving at AMG GT3. Zero in anti-banked curve is 11th. Barcy is P2. Best lap is a 2:04.060. Biskuptoviec in spoon curve is P4. Best lap is a 2:05.986. Zero is P8. Lizard 42K is 9th on mediums. Mohammed Al-Sharauna in first corner is first. Best lap is a 2:01.258. "20 minutes remaining in the session." Lizard 42K is P9 on mediums. Zero is P7. Best lap is a 2:23.141. Yossarian and Casio triangle is P9. Lizard 42K is 15th on mediums. Lunde from Norway in Dunlop is P6, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Best lap is a 2:08.941. Hex from Latvia in backstretch is P9, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Lunde is 6th. Eight Kurd in 130R is P10. Yossarian in backstretch is 10th. Barsi from Romania in first corner is 4th. Mohammed El-Sharane in backstretch is P1, driving a BMW Z4. Soup in spoon curve is P2. Best lap is a 201.993. Lizard 42K in snake is 8th. Best lap is a 215.689. Mohammed Al-Sharawane in snake is P1. Minced beef from Italy is 10th. OPC is 13th on mediums, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Potato in backstretch is 3rd on mediums. "15 minutes remaining in the session." Lunde in first corner is P7. Best lap is a 208.633. Yossarian in first corner is 4th. Best lap is a 202.943. Soup is P2. OPC in Casio Triangle is 11th. Minced beef is 10th, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Bishkoptoviets in Dunlop is 7th. Best lap is a 204.688. Potato in last curve is P3, driving a GTR. Yossarian in first corner is 5th. Mohammed Al-Sharawan is P1. Best lap is a 2:00.640. Zero to Hero in first corner is P4 on softs. Best lap is a 2:02.163. Biszkoptowiec is P7. Potato in Snake is P3. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom in Hairpin is P11. Zero to Hero in Snake is 4th. Zero in Dunlop is P9, driving a 488. Best lap is a 2:12.230. Yossarian in Snake is 5th. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Lizard 42K is 11th. Zero to Hero in backstretch is 4th. Hex in 200R is P12. Soup is 2nd. Hex in 130R is P12. Potato is 3rd. Varsi in Degner 1 is 6th. Best lap is a 2:03.317. Potato in Casio Triangle is 3rd, driving a GTR. Yossarian in Hairpin is 5th, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Lakis from Latvia in 130R is P12 on mediums, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Barsi in last curve is 6th, driving a GMG GT3. Zero in first corner is P9 on softs. Hex is 12th, driving a Huracan GT3. Lunde in anti-banked curve is P8. Best lap is a 2606.473. Lasses from Latvia is P13. Soup in backstretch is P2, driving a BMW Z4. Biszkoptowiec in first corner is 7th. Best lap is a 2:03.764. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Mohammed Al-Sharami is first. Hex in backstretch is 14th, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Soup in Dunlop is 2nd, driving a Z4. Hex is P9. Best lap is a 2:07.280. Soup is P2, driving a Z4. Yossarian is 5th, driving an AMG. Lakis from Latvia is 10th. Best lap is a 2:12.123. Hex is 9th, driving a Huracan. Soup in Snake is P2. Best lap is a 2:00.691. Lasses is 10th. Best lap is a 2:11.166. Lunday in 130R is 9th. Zero to Hero is P4, driving a GTR. Mohammed Al-Shirane is P1. Best lap is a 2:00.205. Soup is P2, driving a BMW Z4. Zero to Hero is P4. Soup in anti-banked curve is P2, driving a BMW Z4. Zero to Hero in Dunlop is P4. Soup is second, driving a Z4. Hex in Casio Triangle is P8. Potato in Backstretch is P3. Mohammed Al-Shirane in 200R is first, driving a Z4. Soup is second. Best lap is a 2:00.250. Hex in Hairpin is P8. Best lap is a 2:05.706. Lassies in 200R is 10th on softs. Hex in Spoon Curve is 8th, driving a Hurricane. Lassiz from Latvia in backstretch is P10. Zero to Hero in 130R is third. Lassiz is P10. The qualification session is at laser-scanned ACC conversion in Suzuka, Mie Prefecture, Japan. The wind speed is 24 kilometers from the south-southwest. Josarian from Croatia is fourth, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Minced Beef from Italy is P6, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Josarian in Dunlop is P4. Biszkoptowiec from Poland in Dunlop is P8, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Hex from Latvia in 200R is 6th, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Josarian in backstretch is P4. Zero is P2 on mediums, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom is P11 on hards, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Zero in first corner is P11 up 7.99. 0 is up 7.88 in Dunlop. Zero is up 7.42 in hairpin. Zero to hero from England is P3, up 10.27 on softs driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Zero to hero is up 18.41 in 130R. Minced beef in snake is P9 up 18.92. Minced beef is up 18.92 in Degner 1. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Mohammed Al-Sharawi from United Arab Emirates in Degner 2 is 5th, up 11.83, driving a BMW Z4. Mohammed Al-Sharawi is up 11.99 in Spoon Curve. Mohammed Al-Sharawi is up 12.43 in 130R. Yasserayan in backstretch is 8th up, 12.92. Lasses from Latvia in Casio Triangle is 9th up, 0.71 on softs, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Soup in Last Curve is 9th, driving a BMW Z4. Barsi from Romania in backstretch is 4th up, 0.68, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Barsi improved is P4 with a 2:03.124. 3.029 off pole. Lunda from Norway in Casio Triangle is 7th up, 0.90, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Mohammed El-Sharani is 2nd up, 0.12. Mohammed Al-Sharawan is provisional pole with a 2:00.608. Minced Beef is 10th, driving an AMG GT3. Minced Beef is up 0.04 in Snake. Eight Kurd in Dunlop is 12th on mediums, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Yassarian in Snake is 3rd up 0.10, driving an AMG GT3. Mohammed Al-Sharawane is 2nd, driving a BMW Z4. Best lap is a 2:00.608.513 off pole. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Potato is P13. Zero to Hero, an anti-banked curve, is 4th up 0.37. Zero in 200R is P9 up 0.11. Yassarian from Croatia in backstretch is P3, up 0.37. Yassarian improved his P3 with a 2:01.670. 1.575 off pole. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom in Spoon Curve is P10, up 2.70. Lizard 42K is up 2.42 in Casio Triangle. Lizard 42K improved is P10 with a 2:14.480.14.385 off pole. Mohammed Al-Sharawana is 2nd up 0.12, driving a Z4. Zero is 9th up 1.99. Best lap is a 2:11.316, 11.221 off pole. Zero is up 0.08 in backstretch. Minced beef in backstretch is P11, up 2.90. Eight curd is P11, up 4.61. Potato is P12, up 1.54 on softs, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Potato is up 1.79 in backstretch. Potato is up 5.66 in Casio triangle. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Hex in Dunlop is 7th up, 0.36. Best lap is a 205.445, 5.350 off pole. Latz's in 200R is 13th up, 1.49. Lasses is up 1.99 in 130R. Biszkoptowiec is 8th. Biszkoptowiec improved is 7th with a 203.527, 3.432 off pole. Mohammed Al-Sharani is provisional pole with a 200.034. Lasses in anti-banked curve is P10 up 0.24. Biszkoptowiec in anti-banked curve is P7 up 0.14. Biszkoptowiec is up 0.01 in hairpin. Hex in spoon curve is 8th up 0.10. Hex is up 0.72 in Casio triangle. The race session is at laser-scanned ACC conversion in Suzuka, Mie Prefecture, Japan. The wind speed is 17 km/h from the south. Mohammed Al-Sharawin is first. Soup is second, driving a BMW Z4. Yosarian from Croatia is P3 on softs, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Zero to Hero from England is fourth on softs, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Potato is P5 on mediums, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Barsi from Romania is 6th on mediums, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Biszkoptowiec from Poland is P7 on softs, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Hex from Latvia is 8th, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Potato is P1. Sue, in first corner, is 2nd. Yossarian in Snake is 3rd. Hex in Dunlop is P4. Barsi is 6th. Potato is 2nd. Yossarian in 200R is P3. Potato in Spoon Curve is P2. Yossarian in Backstretch is 3rd. Potato is 2nd. Yossarian in last curve is P3, 0.4 behind Potato. Potato is P2, 0.5 behind 0 to Hero. Yossarian in Snake is 3rd, driving an AMG, 0.6 behind Potato. Barsi in Snake is 6th on mediums, 0.8 behind Biszkoptowiec. Zero is 13th on mediums, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.3 behind Lakes. Eight Kurd in anti-banked curve is P11 on hards, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.4 ahead of Lakes. Eight Kurd lost 12 to 0. Potato is 4th. Biszkoptowiec from Poland is P5, 0.7 behind Potato. Hex is P5, driving a Huracan, 0.5 ahead of Barsi. Hex lost P6 to Mohammed Al-Sharani. Hex lost P7 to Lunde. Biszkoptowiec is P4. Barsi in last curve is 5th, driving a AMG GT3, 0.2 ahead of Mohammed Al-Sharani. Mohammed Al-Sharawi from United Arab Emirates is P5, driving a BMW Z4, 0.6 ahead of Barsi. Lasses from Latvia in Casio Triangle on lap 2 is P11 on mediums driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.7 behind Lizard 42K. Mohammed Al-Shirani on lap 3 is P5, 0.4 behind Bishkop Tovets. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Lasses in Snake is 11th, 1.3 behind Lizard 42K. Lasses was 2.3 faster last lap. Mohammed Al-Shirani in Hairpin is 5th, driving a BMW Z4, 0.4 behind Bishkop Tovets. Mohammed Al-Shirani was 4.1 faster last lap. Lasses in Degner 2 on lap 3 is 11th, 0.2 behind Lizard 42K. Bishkop Tovets in backstretch is 4th, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3, 0.1 behind Mohammed Al-Shirani. Mohammed Al-Shirani was 4.1 faster last lap. Potato entering the pits is 14th. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom in Spoon Curve on lap 3 is P10 on softs, driving a Nissan GTR GT3, 1.2 behind Lackeys. Lunde from Norway in first corner is P6, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Best lap is a 2:03.943, 2.634 off the fastest lap. Soup in Snake is P7, 1.0 behind Lundy. Soup was 2.5 faster last lap. Lizard 42K is P10. Best lap is a 2:11.634, 10.325 off the fastest lap. Soup in Degner 2 is 7th, 0.7 behind London. Lizard 42K in Dunlop is P10, 1.1 behind Lasses. Soup is 7th, 0.2 behind Lunde. Soup passed Lunde for P6. Lunde in backstretch is P7, 0.7 behind Soup. Barcy in Casio Triangle is 5th, driving a AMG GT3, 0.9 behind Bishkop Tovets. Lunde is P7, driving a 911 GT3R, 2.2 behind Soup. Barcy in Snake is P5, 1.1 behind Bishkop Tovets. Soup in Dunlop on lap 5 is P6, 0.8 behind Barcy. Zero in last curve is P11. Lackeys is 10th, driving a 488, 2.2 behind Lizard 42K. Soup in 200R is P6, 0.3 behind Barcy. Barcy in Spoon Curve is P6 on mediums, 0.1 behind Soup. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Barcy is now 5th. Hex in backstretch is P8, 0.5 behind Bishkoptoviets. Hex was 1.7 faster last lap. Bishkoptoviets in Casio Triangle is 7th, 0.5 ahead of Hex. Hex is 8th, driving a Huracan GT3, 0.6 behind Bishkoptoviec. Yossarian from Croatia in Dunlop is P2, 1.1 behind 0 to Hero. Hex in Dunlop is 8th, driving a Huracan GT3, 0.9 behind Bishkoptoviets. Mohammed Al-Sharane is P3. Best lap is a 2:00.366. Hex from Latvia in 200R is P8, 1.0 behind Bishkoptoviets. Mohammed Al-Sharawi in Casio Triangle is 3rd, 0.8 behind Yossarian. Lassis in Snake is 12th, driving a 488, 0.7 behind Minced Beef. Mohammed Al-Sharana is P3, driving a Z4, 0.7 behind Yossarian. Yossarian in anti-banked curve is P2, 0.6 ahead of Mohammed Al-Sharane. Mohammed Al-Sharane was 1.5 faster last lap. Mohammed Al-Sharane is P3, 0.2 behind Yossarian. Yossarian is 2nd, 0.3 ahead of Mohammed Al-Sharana. Yossarian lost 2nd to Mohammed Al-Sharana. Mohammed Al-Sharwane is 2nd, 0.2 ahead of Yossarian. Yossarian in Spoon Curve is 3rd, 0.4 behind Mohammed Al-Sharane. Mohammed Al-Sharana in backstretch is 2nd, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yossarian is P3, driving an AMG GT3, 0.5 behind Mohammed Al-Sharwane. Mohammed Al-Sharane is 2nd, driving a Z4, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yossarian in first corner is 3rd. Best lap is a 2:01.316. 0.950 off the fastest lap. Mohammed Al-Sharawani in Snake is P2, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian in Dunlop is P3 driving at AMG, 0.4 behind Mohammed Al-Sharana. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Mohammed Al-Sharande in Degner 2 is P2 driving a BMW Z4, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian in Hairpin is P3, 0.6 behind Mohammed Al-Sharani. Mohammed Al-Sharani is second, driving a Z4, 0.2 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian in Spoon Curve is third. Mohammed Al-Sharana in Backstretch is P2, 0.2 ahead of Yassarian. Soup exiting pits. Mohammed Al-Sharawi is now second. Yassarian is third. Mohammed Al-Sharani from United Arab Emirates is second, 0.1 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian in Snake is third, 0.9 behind Mohammed Al-Sharani. Mohammed Al-Sharawani in Anti-Banked Curve is second, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian is P3 driving an AMG GT3, 0.5 behind Mohammed Al-Sharana. Mohammed Al-Sharane is second, driving a Z4, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Yassarian is P3, driving an AMG GT3, 0.7 behind Mohammed Al-Sharani. Mohammed Al-Sharana in Spoon Curve is second, 0.1 behind 0 to Hero. Mohammed Al-Sharawina is now first. Yassarian in Backstretch is P2 on softs, 0.3 behind Mohammed Al-Sharani. 0 is 10th, 0.7 behind Soup. Yassarian in Last Curve on lap 9 is second, 0.2 behind Mohammed Al-Sharana. Hex in 130R is P6, driving a Huracan GT3, 1.2 behind Biskop Tavic. Yassarian in Snake is P2 on softs, 0.3 behind Mohammed Al-Sharani. Hex is P6, 0.8 behind Iskop Toviec. Lakiz in Anti-Banked Curve is 11th. Yassarian in Hairpin is P2. Hex in Dunlop on lap 10 is 6th, 0.7 behind Bishkop Tovieks. Lunde in Dunlop on lap 10 is 7th. The leader has just finished the race. Mohammed Al-Sharane finished first. Yossarian finished second. 0 to Hero finished third. Barsi finished P4. Biskuptovets finished P5. Hex finished 6th. Lassis finished 11th. Minced Beef finished 12th. Lunde finished P7. Lizard 42K is 8th. Lizard 42K finished 8th. Zero finished 9th. Soup finished 10th. The race session is at laser-scanned ACC conversion in Suzuka, Mie Prefecture, Japan. The wind speed is 15 kilometers per minute from the west. Lasses from Latvia is P2, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Soup is P3, driving a BMW Z4. 0 is P4, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Lizard 42K from United Kingdom is 5th, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Lunde from Norway is P6, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Hex from Latvia is P7, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Biszkoptowiec from Poland is P8, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Latches entering the pits is 12th. 20 minutes remaining in the session, race start. 0 is first. Minced beef from Italy in first corner is second, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Gosarian from Croatia in Snake is fourth, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Zero to Hero from England in anti-banked curve is P5, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Minced beef in Dunlop is fifth. Zero is P3. 0 lost P3 to 0 to Hero. Barsi from Romania in Hairpin is 7th, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Barsi is now 5th. Biszkoptowiec is 6th. Soup in Spoon Curve is 8th. Soup is now P6. Biszkoptowiec in Backstretch is P5. Hex is 9th, 0.8 behind Lunde. Zero to Hero in first corner is second, driving a GTR, 0.7 behind Yossarian. Lunde in first corner is P9, 0.2 behind Hex. Soup on lap 2 is 6th, 0.8 behind Biszkoptowiec. Hex on lap 2 is 8th, 0.8 behind Minced Beef. Zero is 4th, driving a 488, 0.1 behind Barsi. Soup in Hairpin is P5, 0.2 ahead of Biszkoptowiec. Soup lost P5 to Biszkoptowiec. Barcy is 4th, 0.3 behind 0. Soup in backstretch is 4th, 0.4 ahead of 0. Biszkoptowiec in 1:30R is 5th. Best lap is a 2:15.156, 7.325 off the fastest lap. Barcy is 4th. Yossarian is 1st, 2.1 ahead of 0 to hero. Zero to hero in Snake is 2nd, 0.8 behind Yossarian. Lunde entering the pits is 6th. Lunda is 7th. Lunde exiting pits. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Zero to hero in Degner 2 is P2. Best lap is a 2:02.767, 1.284 off the fastest lap. Minced beef in Snake is P8, 0.9 behind Lunde. Zero to hero in Spoon Curve is 2nd, 1.4 behind Yossarian. Zero is P5, driving a 4.88. Zero lost 5th to Hex. Lizard 42K in Hairpin on lap 3 is P9, 0.8 behind Minced Beef. Zero to hero in first corner is P2, 1.1 behind Yossarian. Lizard 42K in backstretch is P9, driving a Nissan GTR GT3, 0.4 behind Minced Beef. Lizard 42K passed Minced Beef for 8th. Minced Beef is 9th. Lunde is 7th. Soup in Hairpin is 3rd, 3.8 ahead of Biszkoptowiec. Lundy in Dunlop is 7th, 4.1 behind 0. Zero to hero is 2nd, 1.9 behind Yossarian. Hex and Spoon Curve is P5. 0 to hero on lap 5 is second, 1.6 behind Yossarian. Biszkopotowiec in Snake is P4, driving at AMG GT3. Minced Beef is P9, 4.9 behind Lizard 42K. Zero in Snake is 6th, 4.0 behind Hex. Hex in Degner 2 is P5 driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Ten minutes remaining in the session. 0 to hero is P2 driving a GTR, 2.5 behind Yossarian. Yossarian was 0.6 faster last lap. Lunde from Norway is P7. Biszkopotowiec is 4th. Minced Beef is P9, 0.2 behind Lizard 42K. Arcane entering the pits is 11th. Lizard 42K is P-8, 0.9 ahead of Minced Beef. Lunde in anti-banked curve is 7th driving a Porsche 911 GT3R, 1.0 behind 0. Lunde was 5.2 faster last lap. Zero in Degner 1 is 6th, 0.6 ahead of Lunde. Zero lost 6th to Lunde. Minced Beef in Snake is 9th. Zero is P7, 3.7 behind Lunde. Zero passed Lunde for 6th. Zero lost 6th to Lunde. Yossarian in Degner 2 is 1st, 4.0 ahead of 0 to hero. Zero to hero from England is 2nd, 0.8 behind Yossarian. Lizard 42K in 130R is P8 driving a GTR. Zero to Hero in backstretch is second, 0.9 behind your Sarian. Minced beef is ninth. Zero to Hero from England is second, 0.9 behind Yossarian. 777 entering the pits is 10th. Lizard 42K is P8. Five minutes remaining in the session. Zero to Hero is P2, 1.0 behind Yossarian. Lunde in last curve is 6th. Zero to Hero in Spoon Curve is second. Best lap is a 2:02.202, 1.432 off the fastest lap. Lizard 42K is 8th, driving a GTR. Zero to Hero in last curve is second, 1.3 behind Yossarian. Minced beef is P9. Best lap is a 2:16.207, 15.437 off the fastest lap. Zero to Hero in Snake is second driving a GTR, 0.8 behind Yossarian. .777 in first corner is P10 on mediums. Zero to Hero in hairpin is second driving a GTR, 1.0 behind Yossarian. Soup is third, driving a Z4. Zero to Hero in backstretch is P2. Lizard 42K in Casio Triangle is P8. Zero to Hero is second, driving a GTR, 0.9 behind Yossarian. Yossarian in Snake is P1, driving at AMG, 0.9 ahead of 0 to Hero. Lizard 42K in Dunlop is 8th, driving a GTR. Lunde in 130R is P6. Soup in 200R is P3, 2.6 behind 0 to Hero. Zero in last curve is P7. The leader has just finished the race. Yossarian finished first. 0 to Hero finished second. Soup finished third. Lizard 42K finished P8. Biszkoptowiec finished fourth. Minced beef finished ninth. Hex finished P5. 777 finished 10th. Lunde finished 6th. 0 is 7th. Zero finished P7. Arcane is 11th.